What's going on, guys? Welcome back to Neeks Sports. Champions League quarterfinals is over. The Champions League semi-final awaits. Bayern Munich out. Liverpool out. Porto out. Borussia Dortmund out. Man City, Chelsea, PSG, and I forgot that. And Real Madrid. How can I? Real Madrid march on. Zizou marches on to yet another semi-final. He loves this competition. As player, as manager, he absolutely loves this competition. He's into another semi-final. Pep Guardiola, he breaks the quarterfinal hoodoo. He's been knocked out to Monaco. He's been knocked out to Liverpool. He's been knocked out to Spurs. He's been knocked out to Lyon. Finally, he breaks his quarterfinal hoodoo. The first semi-final he's reached since 2016. The first with Manchester City. They say the quadruple is on. I don't like to put such negative message out there in the atmosphere, but apparently they're still in for winnable competitions. Chelsea under Thomas Tuchel, comfortable night in Seville against Porto, through to the semi-finals. Another semi-final this season under Tuchel. Yes, he joined halfway through, but FA Cup semi-final, Champions League semi-final. He has a big opportunity of winning a trophy in his first season, half a season at Chelsea. And Man City, comfortable. In the end, there was a little fright when Dortmund went 1-0 up through 17-year-old Jude Bellingham's great strike. But Emre Can gives away another penalty and is plain sailing for City from then on in. 4-2 on aggregate, 2-1 on the night. They are through to the semi-finals. That is your semi-final lineup. Man City versus PSG. Real Madrid versus Chelsea. Let's get the guys in backstage. I'm here, of course, with Father, always here for another Champions League weekly roundup. And I'm also here with Gunnar Shaw. I'm going to come to you, Father, first. We're talking about today's Champions League games, first and foremost. Did you watch both of them?
I watched bits of the Man City game, but focusing on the Real Madrid one.
Well, let's start with the Real Madrid. I've got Ahmad here as well, obviously, but Bayern Munich knocked out by PSG. But starting with the Liverpool Real Madrid game, comfortable in the end from Real Madrid, but I think Liverpool missed a lot of chances. What are you saying, Father?
They are. Oh, I thought you were talking about Ahmed. sorry.
No, sorry. Yeah.
No, they are. It was more to the fact that Real Madrid more of a game management in that game, though. I don't think there's some bit couple of chances, but I think all in all, Liverpool, they got like about 5 golden clear cut chances, but they just bottled it and they didn't finish it off. And eventually, Real Madrid from there on we're just plain sailing. Game management, it was solid from Zinedine Zidane's side, and arguably the quietest team in the Champions League. No one ever expecting them to be in this place, and the fact that they are now in the semi-finals, that they cannot be underestimated, and that is what Chelsea are looking out for.
Yeah, so we'll get on to when we talk about the semi-finals in a bit. But it's crazy you say that they won the quietest in the competition, considering they are the most successful side in the competition, and they've won it the most recently. I'm going to come to Gunnar Sahal. Yes. What game were you watching today?
I was watching the Liverpool game and the Madrid game, majority of the game.
What did you make of it? Sorry, there's a comment here from Hala Madrid says, Neeks, we looked tired. He's a Real Madrid fan, of course. We looked tired, but Nacho proved why he's better than Alaba. He doesn't want Alaba at the club. What did you make of this game today?
Honestly, I don't know what Klopp was thinking with that lineup first. To put Mane and Firmino that have not been scoring, that was a terrible offense what he did today. Both of them at the same time. I don't know what Klopp was thinking. He should have put Jota should have started, and it proved. And I know Salah had a chance, but Liverpool really struggled today creating chances, and it was literally they played through the wings. Real Madrid knew what they were doing. Every team knows what they're doing, and Liverpool played in Real Madrid's hands. And I think Klopp really needs to look really hard at himself, and Klopp needs to be called out because I understand the team ain't good enough, but Klopp needs to change tactics. I know he doesn't
Mm.
have a creative midfielder, but they do the same thing each and every week.
Mm.
Insanity is going to the point of insanity now. Each week he plays the same lineups, same formation. He doesn't change anything, and he thinks he's gonna get away with it. I mean, either Klopp needs to go, or he needs to change something. And Liverpool really need to invest in that squad. I mean, they ain't going nowhere with this squad anymore.
Yeah.
Damn, big words there from Ghana Sahel. Ahmad, were you watching Liverpool Real Madrid?
No, I didn't watch the game.
Oh,
I
you
only know that they got slapped the first leg. That's the only thing I know.
did
I
you watch Man City today or what?
yeah, Man City and
Oh, I
Liverpool.
guess you as your future opponents in the same fight. All right, let's go. We'll get back to Liverpool Real Madrid a bit later, but let's talk about Man City Dortmund. First and foremost, was that a penalty for you?
I don't think so.
What's the low stated though? Because apparently the low stated the low state is if the ball strikes the head first, it is not a handball. That's the
So
low state.
is that what it says directly? Because
That-
I guess the argument was his arm was in an unnatural position. So if
well,
you're
It was a
hit the
bounce.
head
It was a
first, though,
bounce from the
technically.
head.
It hit the head first, technically, but it bounces off into the hand.
onto the hand,
I think it's very harsh.
you know,
City, they
go
got
on.
a decision last time as well with the Bellingham one.
Yeah,
Now this one. I don't know. It feels like they get an easy path to the final as well. I don't know.
easy
I
path
don't
to
want
the
to say
final. They're playing you next.
no, but they played against Borussia Gladbach, I think, last game, and now
Yes.
Dortmund. So I think the UEFA wants them to win the Champions League. But I promise you, Neeks. I
This
know
is
you're nervous. Neeks, I know you're nervous. We will stop them. We will stop them.
this is
You don't have
the
to worry.
annoying thing, though. Yeah, there's no like clearancy within the rules
I
in the
know.
UEFA rule book, though. And we've been crying out like about these handball rules for about nearly almost a year or so, and it's just like happening to us again where we are still arguing about whether it's handball or not. And
Yeah.
I just think it's this handball rules. It's kind of sometimes a bit confusing in many ways.
They need some clarity at the end of this season.
Yeah,
There needs to be clarity because I think you even go from one league to the next, one competition, and you're like, oh, it's the sleeve, it's that part. It's very confusing to know what is and what isn't. Like if it hits your hand accidentally but leads to a goal, it's disallowed. But if it bounces off someone, then it's not a handball. It's very confusing. But Ahmed, do you say
Nick, sorry.
go on, Ghana.
I just want to say also this year, the refereeing standards this year have been all time low. All time low. VAR has exposed the referees and the rule makers. VAR literally exposed how bad they are. We thought they were bad before, but now,
Well,
clear as day,
that's why
they've
we
been
wanted
exposed.
VAR in the first place because
Huh? To help them
that's
now,
why we wanted VAR in the
it's
first
doing the
place.
opposite. It's exposing them. It's not really helping them. It's exposing their decision making to be flawed and it's not good enough. Like these guys need to get together in a room, make new rules based around VAR, because this is the rules. People are losing money now. People are losing money. They're gonna lose their jobs. What's it called? Villa
No, it's
scored a goal that was Villa conceded a goal that wasn't a goal. I mean, so many things you can go back to this season where you can clearly tell like VAR made the wrong decision. And I mean not VAR, but the
but it's the
referees because
referees.
of
I
the
mean,
rules.
because all that's happened is the referees that we were complaining about before VAR have now moved into the VAR room and are making the same bad decisions, but just in slower motion. It's terrible. I agree. Back to the game. In terms of Man City Dortmund, Ahmad, you said that I shouldn't be worried because PSG is going to slap them. You weren't impressed by Man City today?
No, I don't think we will slap them. But the thing is, with Man City is, I realize that they're much more pragmatic now than they were
Yeah,
before,
they are.
and I'm not impressed by the front line as well, because they don't have the pace and the counter-attack abilities that I thought they had. But I think their backline is pretty solid compared to before. But no, I don't think we'll slap them. I never before a game. I'm not that confident, but I don't see how they will win against us. That's the only thing.
Damn, you don't see how. Listen, I hope you're right because
Neeks, I deserve the right to be confident, man, because everyone thought Bayern would slap PSG. Everyone thought that. So
I can't remember what I predicted. To be honest, I actually can't remember.
we just beat the best team in Europe. So I think we have to be confident in this game.
I hear you. Okay, but are they the best team in Europe? Because a lot of people were saying, I know they won the Champions League last year, but a lot of people, not me, but a lot of people were saying that they feel Man City are the best team in Europe, even going into this
No,
game
because
because Bayern's league form had been a bit shaky, especially just at the start of the knockout rounds.
no, but league form doesn't matter in the Champions League because we have seen it year out, year in with Manchester City, like crossing the Premier League and then flopping against Lyon and Monaco and these
Mm,
teams. I've, if you want to look at European giants, it's Bayern Munich because they won every game last year. This year they
mm.
crushed Atletico Madrid, Lazio. They have been pretty good in Europe. I haven't seen City this year. They had an easy group. They got an easy round of 16, easy quarterfinals. I haven't seen them face a very, very good team yet until now in the semifinals.
Well,
So
listen,
maybe they will
Neymar.
win, but I don't see them as favorites. You can't put them as favorites.
No, personally, I wouldn't put them as favorites. The only thing that I'll give them, the only reason I'll give them or think about giving them some kind of edge is Pep versus Poch. Now, obviously, Poch has got the better of Pep before with Tottenham. We know that. But he's like, Pep has now got over the quarterfinal part. He now needs to get to a final with Man City and win it. I think tactically, it's obviously tactically Pep is better. It's just about really if Pep and the players can hold their nerve. That for me would bring it would bring it back on level terms with PSG because when you're talking about front lines, I mean, there's no front line left in the competition that can even compete with Mbappe, Neymar, and Di Maria. I'm not going to include Draxler and Moise Kean in it. They're all right, but I'm not going. But those front three, I mean, Neymar just has to have his shooting boots on. If he has his shooting boots on and plays the way that he did against Bayern Munich, then even with Man City's more pragmatic style, they're gonna have some problems. 100%. Erhan in the comments says, legend has it, Liverpool are still playing and can't get past Militao and Nacho. And it's funny, that you speak about that because Real Madrid had Varane and Ramos out for both legs, and Liverpool scored one goal across both legs. So, I mean,
Another indictment against Klopp, man.
it is.
This is
No, it is, but it's also a credit to Zidane where he does not get respect tactically. He doesn't. People think he just has the best players because he manages Real Madrid and he puts them out on the pitch. Oh, it's easy to do. You got the best players. All you have to do is motivate them.
Neeks, I hate to be the devil's advocate, but as you know, Liverpool have been not struggling to score goals for more than a year. This is something not new. If this was
True,
something
true.
new, then you can kind of say, you know what, Real Madrid got the better of Liverpool. But this has been going on for more
All
than a
right,
year now.
but at what point?
Liverpool been
Okay,
struggling
but
to score goals.
at what point do you put it down on the players? Because Salah had at least he had one glaring opportunity, and he had two opportunities where he should have done better.
Yeah,
Wijnaldum had a good chance that he missed. Firmino had a chance that was decent save from Courtois. Mane had a chance, but he slipped. So is Klopp not getting them into the positions to score?
Nick, I understand the goal. Look, if you look at the goal, like the predicted amount of goals are the same, but Liverpool always have been a team that have never been creating a lot of chances, and was always the Achilles heel of Liverpool. And this season shows you where you need a creative player to make a chance for you. And I understand the four plays have missed, and I uh, I honestly don't understand why he didn't play Jota, the only play that was in
Yeah,
form.
I can
But it
understand
shows you
that.
like once you make one decision, the other it's like dominoes. It's like
Yeah.
dominoes. One falls, and Klopp just made a series of errors, and that led to this moment since the last year where they didn't invest in the squad properly. They should have let Firmino. They should have sold Firmino time ago, and I don't understand why they didn't do that. Now it's gonna be Liverpool and Liverpool fans. They need to accept, and I'm an Arsenal fan. I know what the Fenway Group are gonna do. They're not gonna invest in Liverpool. They're gonna become an average team just like us. They're gonna have the
I
same
hope you're
issues.
right. I hope you're right. I
I'm
can't
telling
see.
you, man.
I
For
mean, we
10,
are.
you know how long the Fenway Group have been in charge of Liverpool?
Yes, but
There's only 2 years.
I think the
They've been good.
difference. I think the
There's no
difference
difference
is
between us. If
no,
you look at it, there's no
but I think the
difference.
difference is at the moment they still have world class players in their side in their squad who are underperforming, and they still have a world class manager. Whereas Arsenal, I mean, you're stretched. If you maybe you might call Aubameyang world class, he definitely hasn't been this season. Other than that, that's all you got, and the manager's very
Neeks,
inexperienced. So
Neeks.
it's
The only
tricky.
thing that makes you world class is your performances.
And it's
Nothing
what
else
no,
makes
I
you
hear
world
you.
class. Your
I hear you.
performances,
And it's
your
one
career
thing.
performances. It's nothing. I'm not
I
saying that Liverpool plays are not good. You know what? Liverpool have a good chance of winning the league next year if they show
yes,
up. But if
I
they
agree.
show up, there's no guarantee they will. They could be playing like this. They got no chance. They got no chance of winning the league if they play like this. Zero
I
Neeks.
agree.
I mean, they can't win the
I
league
agree.
like this.
I agree.
I can't see that happening.
Ahmad, I want to come back to you. We're going to talk about PSG Bayern. So obviously lost on the night. Another game where I guess Bayern dominated possession, dominated the territory. But I would say that you probably played better in this game.
Neeks, we
It's
destroyed them.
no,
We
it is.
destroyed them.
I was going to say you probably better in this game than you did in the last game. Yet you lost this game and you won the first one 3-2.
It was a weird one. It was a weird one. No, this was
You
the
know,
worst game I've seen
try
in a
and
while.
explain that
One
to
second,
someone
Gunners.
that
Go
doesn't know
one second,
football.
Sahel. 1 second. Go on, man.
No, it was the as a PSG fan, it was the worst game I've seen because we dominated the game. We missed so many big, easy chances, and then out of nowhere, Choupo-Moting scores. Like, as a PSG fan, I'm sweating. Like throughout the 90 minutes, I'm thinking, is this the way we're going out? But we got the job done. I think we were the better team overall in both legs. I think Bayern Munich were good in the first one. In the second one, I don't know what they did, man, because they couldn't even come close to our box. The only thing they did, cross, cross, cross. They can't even play through the middle. So
No, I think for me, Sane was poor.
Son was
Com-
dreadful.
Coleman,
Lewandowski is a big miss, also. I
he
can't lie.
is, he is.
But
But I
you
guess
know the thing with people say Lewandowski was out. Like I get that he's one of the best strikers, if not the best striker in the world. However, people are forgetting that we only had one defender in our back line, who is our starter. We didn't have
Kimpembe.
Marquinhos. Yeah, that's the only one starter. We didn't have Marquinhos. We didn't have Florenzi. And we didn't have Bernat.
mm,
And Diallo, our left back, got injured twice. In the first leg,
yeah, I
he
saw him
went out
limping.
in the half time, and the second leg in the half time. Didn't have Verratti. We
Yeah,
didn't have Paredes in the first leg. And you saw the difference when Paredes came in because we played ball in the midfield. Did you see how many times we broke their press?
yeah,
So
yeah.
people are saying Lewandowski, even Gnabry or Goretzka were out, and they're huge misses. But we also had our best players
No,
missing.
no, I agree.
So,
You can never use it as an excuse. Like it would have been good to see, Gnabry, Lewandowski, and Goretzka, as well as Verratti, Bernat, etc., etc. But it is what it is. Like this, that is just how football goes.
yeah,
You get to a stage in the competition. Like when we played you lot a few years ago, you didn't have Neymar. It is what it is. Like
yeah.
you can't. You build a squad that is able to cope with injuries. The question Bayern Munich should be asking is why is Choupo-Moting our backup striker? Because the drop off from Lewandowski to Choupo-Moting is probably the biggest drop off in
But
in a in
Neeks,
a in a striker to a backup.
if you look at our drop-offs, like we don't have a centre back. We need to put Danilo Pereira, who's a CDM. He's not
Mm.
that good, a technical player or ability-wise, and he is our centre back for 150 minutes. And then we get Diallo injured. Bakker comes in. We
Yeah,
need to put Dagbe in instead of Florenzi, who hasn't played for the whole season. So like For me,
No, you say
it's
yeah,
so
yeah.
hard. I think they have better players overall. Like the depth, they could have put Alaba in there. They changed Boateng with Sule.
Yeah, and they brought
I
in
don't know. I think it was a fair enough
Theo
when it comes
Hernandez
to
at centre
injuries.
back.
That
No,
I
is it?
think just we
For
had the
me, I
more.
credit
Yeah, go on.
to PSG. Over the two legs, 100% deserve to win. And I mean, it should have been so much more comfortable. As you said, you were on you were nervous thinking this is how we're going to go out because you just kept missing chance after chance. I think you were unlucky with there was an offside in the first half that the referee just
Disgraceful referees.
the line of flagged way too early, and then Mbappe was probably onside. I think Pavard was playing him on, but you kept attacking or counter attacking as it was anyway. Neymar hit the crossbar, Neymar hit the post. Neuer made a few saves. There was a chance where I think it was Mbappe tried to square it to Neymar,
Yeah,
but
he will
I
hit
don't
the
think
post
he
twice.
didn't.
Twice.
No, but he didn't square it enough, and Neuer came out to actually clear the pass across
I think this
the
game was
box.
the battle of the goalkeepers. First leg, Navas outstanding.
Yeah, and this leg.
Second game, Neuer outstanding. I
Yeah.
think the two best keepers in the world right now. And no,
Whoa.
it's true. Don't put De Gea or anyone like
No,
that.
of
But
course not. De Gea. Dean Henderson's the best. What are you talking about? Nah.
and
Oblak.
yeah, possibly, but like I think he's maybe the more consistent player. But clutch wise, I think Navas and Neuer are better. However, like I just want to say to all the Premier League fans and Barcelona fans as well, saying that all the PSG players does it for money. How many times does this PSG team need to show that they fight for the badge? Which team has fought for the badge as much as PSG this season? Do you see how Paredes and Herrera jumped in front of the shot when Muller had the shot, and they blocked it? Come on, man! It's clear to see that
I
these players doesn't do it for the money. Like a club like United has more wages than PSG. So how is that even logical? I think
mean,
it's something special with this PSG team, because we haven't had
well,
that fight
well,
in our team.
listen. You better
We hadn't had that chemistry.
you better win it then. You better win it because you spent a lot of money to get where you have. You broke the world record to get Neymar. You spent
Neeks.
just
Everyone spends money. Everyone spends money,
You broke the world
including
record.
United.
And we should be doing better. We should be doing better. You spent 200 million to get Neymar. You spent 160 or 170 to get Mbappe. You even circumvented FFP by getting him on a season loan before paying. So you've gone all the way. You bought Di Maria. You wanted him obviously initially from Real Madrid. You got him the season after Man United. You've got quality players.
No, we have quality players, but you can't say because of the money we should win it, because literally all the semi-finalists are money clubs.
Money club. I hear that. What I'm saying is, let me finish. You got to the final last year, so now you need to go one step better. That's the point I was going to make.
No, I
last
agree.
year
We should win
final,
this. I think
now you should go one step further. Real Madrid have got nothing to prove to anyone.
Yeah, because last year, like, even though we came to the final, I didn't have that feeling that we will win it, because Bayern Munich were crushing everyone.
Oh, you should have won it. The final, you should have won.
Yeah,
you had
on the day, yeah, but like the feeling before the final, like this time, I don't see a team as good as Bayern Munich last year. I think this is our year to win it. We need to win it this year.
But
I
it's
think
funny.
it's the best time for us to win.
You say that, and I think a lot of teams will say that because there isn't a team as good as Bayern Munich, and now Bayern Munich has been knocked out. Chelsea's probably thinking, we got a bit of a chance. Real Madrid's thinking, we got a chance. Man City, like, this is our golden ticket. So I agree, it is your best time to win it, and that goes for me for every other team in the competition.
Can I ask you something? Just
hold on to Chelsea.
If let's hypothetically say we win against City and we play Real Madrid in the final and we win, will that be one of the best Champions League campaigns of history? Because don't forget the group as well. Group of death: Barcelona, Bayern Munich, City, and then Real Madrid.
Yes.
The only one I can think of is the Real Madrid 2018 when they won against us. I think they won against Bayern Munich.
How old are you, Ahmad?
I'm at 19.
19. Okay. So how old were you in 1999?
No. That was a fluke year.
How old were you in 1999?
-3.
-3. Cool. Well, let me tell you about 1999 before we get on to Chelsea. Manchester United had Barcelona and Bayern Munich in their group, and Bromby. Don't worry about that. But Bromby. That's like the Istanbul of this year. So we slapped up Bromby twice. We drew 3-3 with Barcelona twice. The likes of Rivaldo. Who's the other player? Oh, they had some ballers in that team. I want to say, who's the Brazilian striker? There's another one.
I think they have Ronaldo, 99.
No. They have Ronaldo. Not 99.
Rivaldo.
And I want to say it could have been. It wasn't Romario, was it? It could have been Romario. I can't remember now, but definitely Rivaldo was there. And we drew 1-1 and 2-2. I believe it was with Bayern in the group. So we got out of the group in second place behind Bayern. Quarterfinals, we played Inter Milan. I think we won 2-1 in added time in that game over the two legs. Then we played Juve. That was Zidane and Inzaghi. I don't know if Buffon was there yet. I think he's probably at Parma at the time. But that was a world-class side. 2-0 down in Turin. We came back and won there. And then we played Bayern in the final. So I agree. This would be a great achievement. This would be right up there with that. I would say probably top 3. But I'm yet to see. Yeah. If you were to, of course. But this, I think, I couldn't see any team at this point who wins it having a harder run than Man United did in 1999. Personally, that was a great side. Mowada says Barcelona are trash though. Yeah, you say that, but they're trash by their own high standards. But they still got a possibility of winning La Liga. So how bad are they really? Like the Barca we beat in 1999 finished 4th that season, the last day of the season. So this Barcelona, technically are better. I don't think they've got better players, but the league and La Liga they are further ahead of the competition in La Liga than the Barcelona side were in 1999. But I think it was just the talent was spread further across. Let me chat about Chelsea. They lost on the night, so I'll clutch onto that to lose another game. But the most important thing, you're through to the semi-final. I mean, were you even watching that game? Because that was just so comfortable, and so at no point did I think Porto. They played well. Porto played well as they could, but at no point did I think Chelsea was going out at any point in that game.
Yeah.
Either.
It was more of a game management, I would say. I think our objective for the second leg is to game management. I think we were just game managing for that game. I don't think we don't really attack that much as Porto did, just because we're trying to preserve our energy because we got that semi-final again on Saturday against Man City. So I don't think we necessarily need that full strength squad yesterday, and it's just more to the fact that Tuchel trying to give some of these guys a game time for the likes of Thiago Silva, because he has been out for about 2 months ever since he got knocked out. I think he went limped off after that the Tottenham game back in January, and then the West Brom game it kind of fell out to the plan because of the sent off. And I just think yesterday Thiago Silva had a solid game, and it's just everyone controlled that game really well. Jorginho had a great game. I don't think people underestimate a lot about Jorginho, because he has been one of the players that has been under a lot of criticism by some of our fan base.
Yeah, but under Tuchel, I've seen a lot of fans kind of start to appreciate. It's funny because when Sarri was there, it's like when things were going bad, he was getting a lot of criticism, and when Lampard kind of didn't play him at all, did he?
No, not much. He didn't play him that much. Yeah. It's
now,
just Lampard hasn't got that self-belief in him because of what happened during the lockdown. Because I think during that lockdown period, he hasn't played as much as he wants to.
Oh, you mean after they came out from the break?
Yeah, after they came out from the lockdown break, and then the Premier restart, he doesn't play as much though under Lampard.
Neeks, just to say,
go on, Sahar.
Even though Porto lost, they scored one of the best goals ever in the Champions League. I know that goal meant nothing, but that goal literally came out of nowhere and was one of the best goals ever. Even though it would have been one hell of a goal if they won it somehow, but that goal was still one of the best goals.
The thing is, and you know what's worse about it, the fact that it wasn't that even that they lost. If that goal came 10 minutes earlier, then at least you have even a bit of time to appreciate the nature of the goal and the fact that Porto have now got another 10 minutes to get back in the game. It came so late in the game that all you could just say, oh, well done, but it's way too late. You couldn't even appreciate it, even in the moment, because it was like, well, it's just too late. But it was, if you're just looking purely at the goal, yeah, it was brilliant. But no one's going to speak about it in the way they do, like Ronaldo.
That goal was still one of the. I think honestly, if you just look at the goal, that goal was one of the best goals in the Chelsea. I'm not even hating on Chelsea. I just was so shocked when that goal randomly just came in at the last minute.
It was just like last minute. Everyone was switched off. I mean, to be fair, it's like 4 minutes injury time. Everyone's kind of like strolling around because, like I said, they're trying to preserve for the energy because they don't want to come into the Saturday's game with the fatigue mindset. So it's just like last minute.
Yeah, it's a big game this Saturday. It's FA Cup semi-final.
Yeah, that's why. Yeah,
Is there fans? Our fans aren't going to be allowed in this.
No, I don't think so.
Our fans are going to be allowed. Only the residents in that area are allowed. Basically.
Okay. That's all right. I see that. Okay. Obviously, Chelsea's through against Real Madrid. Let me come to Sahel first. Chelsea, Real Madrid. What are you kind of thinking? Like, who do you think there's a favorite? If there is, who it is, and how do you think the game will go?
I don't know, man. This is gonna be again a hard one because usually sometimes injuries and things like that, things outside of the game, usually affect the game. But Real Madrid should be slightly favored in terms of betting. Like if you were to bet your money, you probably bet on Real Madrid because they got the experience, they got the Champions League winner manager, they got Champions League winners in their team still. So they should be slightly. I think they should be favored, but not that much favored. And Chelsea, one thing they do, they struggle scoring goals. And Real Madrid, I mean, they're defensively they're good, and they still have goal scorers in their team. Chelsea, you can't really say they got goal scorers.
Yeah, what are you saying, Father? Real Madrid, Chelsea.
Are
you worried? Are you worried?
Not at all. Why should we be worried about Real Madrid?
13
Eventually, you're going to face them at some point, though. And with the draw pans out, I think we're going to get either Man City or PSG with the way the draw likes it. And the fact that we've had these kind of nights, though, in the Champions League where we up against the Spanish giants in the Champions League. Look what happened in the past. We beat Barcelona in the semi-final in 2012. It could happen to us again.
Are you expecting Werner to have a Torres moment?
Could be. You never know. You never know with Timo Werner.
And then
you never know
with
Timo Werner. You're not going to expect what Timo Werner gonna do though, because he has been left out for the last couple of weeks. But you'll see when he's come back.
He's be on bench forever, man. That guy, he's gonna be on your loan army next year, man. Next year he's gonna be part of the loan army. So I don't know what you're trying to say. Next year he's part of the loan army. You know what? In 5 years' time, he's gonna be signed by Arsenal. 5 years' time, you heard it first. He's gonna be our next William. He's the next.
Oh my god! Man said next William.
Obviously, you have to get past Man City, and we'll have a little chat about that in a second. But if you were to get past Man City, who would you rather play in the final? I kind of think I know your answer, but let's hear it anyway. Who would you rather play in the final?
I would rather want to play Real Madrid. But no. Neeks.
What?
Neeks. I would rather play Real Madrid, but I think this game against Real Madrid versus Chelsea, I think Chelsea will go back to reality. I think Real Madrid will slap them.
Stop. Let's bring it back. Before you even get on, why would you rather play Real Madrid than Chelsea?
Yeah,
because I believe that the Champions League is about matchups. So the Real Madrid, they're more possession-based team. They go more forward. Chelsea play with the back five, and we struggle against back five. If you remember against United in the group stages, when you guys playing like 11 men behind.
No, we were not 11 men, but we struggled. We dominated that game. But carry on.
You guys play with the biggest defensive right back I've seen in my life as a right wing back. So we struggle against back five. That's why I would rather play Real Madrid. But I don't think Chelsea's good. I don't think they're good, Chelsea.
I think, I agree in terms of like, yeah, obviously you lot, one of your big strengths are the counter attack. Both Real Madrid and Chelsea will want to have possession, but the difference with Chelsea is that because Mo Wada said the same thing, Chelsea have more possession than Real Madrid, but the difference with Chelsea, they keep more men back. So
Exactly.
So whereas Real Madrid will still push on, their fullbacks will push on, and they play a back four, which means that obviously it's going to be harder for, or easier, should I say, more space for PSG to operate in. So I do agree that Chelsea will also be possession, but I understand that. That being said, I think if Real Madrid get to the final, I think they're winning it. I think they're winning it. Like
they're specialists as the finals.
They really are. Like, wait, they've never lost a final. I don't think they've ever lost a Champions League final. Because like I mean 98, 2000, and 2002, I think it is. They won all of those finals. And then obviously recently 2014, 16, 17, 18. Yeah, I think every time they get to the final, they actually win. I can't remember right back in obviously like the 50s and that, but I think that's
times they haven't even been the favorites.
Yeah, they just know how to do it.
Like each year, City is the favorite. And Real Madrid.
To be fair, Real Madrid are quietly favourite for the past 2 seasons.
When Liverpool won, when they won against Liverpool, I don't think many people rated Real Madrid that high.
They thought they were they thought they were the end of their kind of run. They were getting older, but I just think they can't be. It's like, at what point do we sit here and say we just stop underestimating Real Madrid? I think when you win 3 in a row every season, you have to. I'm not saying fear them, but you have to respect them. You have to know that on that night they can turn up, and they probably will. They've done it, 13 times. If we're talking about the overall competition.
From 2019, even though 2019 they had a shocker against Ajax, so yeah, it was just that season when they lost to Ajax, it was more of a blip. So because of the English teams were dominating at that time, and yeah, and as far as I'm concerned, I think this season, since over the back last season, when they had Hazard, they've been quietly steady, being the favorite. But people never really clocked it that much because of their focus about Mbappe, Messi, and Ronaldo, and all that. And yeah, I think they should have more respect than Neeks said. What Neeks said earlier.
Moada says, I guarantee you, Mbappe and Neymar would rather play Rudiger and Zuma than Ramos and Varane. That's the thing with Real Madrid. They've got better players to come back. Now, the funny thing is, when you think about the teams that's left in the competition, PSG are still fighting for the league and title. Let me ask you before I carry on. How do you think Poch is going to balance both competitions? Because he did play his strongest team on the weekend, if I'm correct.
Yeah, but Neymar was suspended. He got a red card the week before.
Yeah.
So he was pushed.
So do you think he's going to rest up in the league before a Champions League game? Because the difference with Man City can afford to rest up because they've won the league already, pretty much.
No, we can't.
Neeks, man,
because we need to win the league.
Comeback, man. They're winning the league.
I
said
we believe. 21 is coming.
Oh,
United are back, bro. United are back.
Neeks, the game against City, I don't think it will be about has the best players or things like that. I think we'll come up to the mentality, and I don't think the City players has it.
Neeks, you realize Man United are only, if you guys win the next game, it's only 10 points behind.
Well, listen, if you want to get technical, if we win our game in hand, we're 8 points. All we need is Man City to lose 3 games. 3 games in 6.
That's not a lot,
Is that not a lot?
Concentrating on Champions League, it's not a lot. It's not a lot if they're concentrating on the Champions League. One injury can change that. One injury can change it.
One injury. They got a bloody squad of 25.
No, if Ruben Diaz, just say, God forbid, Ruben Diaz gets injured, all bets are off. 21 is coming. United are back.
Jump on Indiana.
Leaks are going to be running down the street.
You know the funniest thing
Don't worry, Indiana Jones not here.
Because obviously we know that the quadruple is on, but it would actually be hilarious if they won. Obviously they'll take it. They'll take a Champions League all day, but it'd be hilarious if they won like the League Cup, the FA Cup, the Champions League, and lost the league, which they had in the bag all those months ago, but it's not gonna happen. They're gonna win the
Did that
league.
not happen to them already? No, that happened
No,
to was it Liverpool or United? No, United. It was United when the Aguero moment. I think they were around the same point.
yeah.
behind you guys.
We were 8 points clear with 5 games to go.
Come on, guys, man. You guys.
Oh yeah, but the difference is we had to play Man City, and they beat us in one of those games. So we drew one against Everton, we lost one against Wigan, so that's 5 points, and then they beat us in a derby.
Wait,
So
you guys don't have them. Who?
Indiana, the link is in the description. The link's in the description.
Who's City playing? If
City.
they got Leeds again, if they had Leeds for the rest of the running.
No,
For some
listen,
reason, they can't
the
turn
league's done in it. City, if you really want to see what City are playing, obviously they've got the FA Cup this week, but they've got Villa, then PSG, Crystal Palace, then PSG, Chelsea, Newcastle, Brighton, Everton. So realistically, we're like, it's not even realistic, but if you're gonna have any kind of hope, you're gonna say Villa need to win, Chelsea need to beat them, and Everton need to beat them at the end of the season. It's not happening. Let's forget all of that. That's this. So I was a fool for saying Liverpool were done. Indiana comment who has just joined us here. Indiana, who said you were a fool for saying Liverpool's done?
Everyone, man. Everyone. When I said, I think you were on the terrace with me, and I was like, Liverpool aren't going to make top 3, let alone win a Champions League. Everyone sat there, arms folded, all comfortable. Like it was a gimme. And just so everyone knows, right? Everyone knows, because I don't know if you know about this, Neeks, but I've been getting a lot of stick for saying that there's certain players clear of Mason Mount. Phil Foden is clear of Mason Mount. Clear of him. I hate saying it as a United.
I'm not going to say anything. I
don't want to. I hate to say
No, I'm not going to say anything. I know what you're trying to do.
But this guy, I'm sorry, he's special.
All right. Okay. I'm not gonna disagree. I agree. He's definitely much better. Is it clear? He's better. He's definitely better.
He's clear.
He might.
Nick, what about the church
like
of Mason Mount?
That's how clear he is.
But what's that again, Indiana?
Chelsea,
like a brand new polished window. He's that clear.
But my question is, I saw KJ put a statement on Twitter, and he goes, and his reply to me, I'm sure he must have been drunk because I don't know what he was saying, but he goes, Foden is up there with Haaland and Mbappe, and I said, this is what I said.
What the fuck?
Well, I said, listen, people need. No, I just said Mbappe is clear of both of them. Like for me, this whole Haaland and Mbappe might be the future. They might be the Messi and Ronaldo of our generation. When I say that, I don't mean they're going to hit the same numbers. But what Mbappe has already done in world football, Haaland can't even compare with, let alone Foden. Mbappe's got to a Champions League semi-final and a final. Yeah. He's won the World Cup. He's been integral in all those teams.
Yeah.
The Monaco team, the PSG team, and the France team in getting to those finals or winning those tournaments, as well as obviously his record in the Champions League and his record.
33 goals in one season in a league.
And in the league. Now, people obviously, they have issues with Ligue 1, but I mean, Bundesliga ain't the most difficult league for forwards to get goals and assisting. So, for me, Haaland's doing great.
Can vouch for, you know.
Well, exactly. Haaland's doing great in the Champions League. But he ain't got anywhere. Quarterfinal.
Yeah. No, you're 100% right. I mean, I'll be honest. I feel for Mbappe because they've got Poch as a manager. But
Indiana.
Poch tax.
Poch tax. That's.
Yeah. Actually, let me ask Ahmad.
That's how bad that tax is. But what I'm saying is that I think Mbappe will win. He will be that player that I've just seen the Foden goal special. He will be that player that will win Champions Leagues. He will, if he doesn't do it at PSG, he will move to a Real Madrid. He will move to another club where he goes and dominates. Neymar is the one for me who misses out on being a top player. No, I don't mean top player, sorry, elite player, because he's part of the Ronaldo and Messi era, and also part of the Mbappe Haaland era, right? So he's kind of in between. So he might be the player that's forgotten about.
Yeah, well, he's not going to be known for dominating an era. I agree with that.
I mean,
but I wouldn't say forgotten about in the sense that, well, it's all going to be based on what he wins. Let's be honest. That's what it's going to be based on. If he wins a World Cup with Brazil, he wasn't even there for the Copa America because he was injured. If he wins the Champions League with PSG, possibly he could win a Ballon d'Or. It's not beyond him. He needs one of those kind of accolades to remember, because we still, even though there was great players like Zidane, Ronaldo, we still talk about Rivaldo because he's got a Ballon d'Or. He's got iconic moments. We still talk about Iniesta and Xavi, even though they were with Messi because they won a World Cup with Spain. So you still can create those individual moments that would keep your name in history. But yeah, he's not going to have the thing of this was your era, because he comes right in between. He comes at the time of two all-time greats, and he's a bit too old for the next generation. Ahmad, before we move on, I just want to talk before we talk about the Man City PSG tie. Mbappe, what's happening with him? Is he leaving?
No, he's staying. I think he will extend the 2-year deal.
You hope he extends the 2 years?
No. I think I'm 100%.
See, I think.
No, I'm 100%.
There's a rumors about the contract that he might not sign.
No, he will stay. He will stay. I recently read that he will sign a 2-year contract. The thing is, the difference with Neymar and Mbappe is Neymar will sign a long-term contract. I think until 2026, and Mbappe I think to 2024 or 2025. So, but for me, if I'm Mbappe, I wouldn't leave PSG, but because I don't think there's a better club than PSG right now. When you look at the future, because listen, Neeks, the only possible move for Mbappe is Real Madrid.
I agree.
He won't go to another club. And Real Madrid right now need a rebuild. I don't think he will want to be a part of that rebuild.
All right, question: how much of a rebuild do they really need? And I say that because they're on the brink of possibly winning a league and Champions League double.
Their best players are 35 years old.
Yeah, and then
Modric,
he joins.
Benzema, Ramos, Cruz.
He joins. You got him, Hazard, Mbappe. Not Mbappe. Yeah, sorry, Mbappe, Hazard, Vinicius. That's the new front.
Hazard won't be on the pitch. So no, I think Mbappe will eventually leave, maybe in 2 years' time. But right now, I think
he
will
leaves
stay.
if Real Madrid win the Champions League.
Yeah, possibly. I don't know. I think he will sign before the Champions League final, to be honest. But the whole conversation with Haaland and Mbappe, bro, I told you before, you can't even compare these guys. Mbappe is so clear. He has actually been to 2 semi-finals, Neeks, with Monaco once, and now with PSG.
What are you saying? It's a bit like Mason
final.
Mount and Jesse Lingard. Is that what you're saying?
Mount, Moutinho, I like him a lot. I think he will win the Ballon d'Or in the future. But right now, I think he's too big for his boots to compare with himself with Mbappe. But Mbappe is so clear, man. I told you before, Mbappe is so clear to the Haaland. Because Haaland needs service. Mbappe doesn't need service. Mbappe can create stuff.
No?
Sorry, can I just clarify? Who's going to win the Ballon d'Or?
The thing is...
No, who did you say? Who did you say?
Moutinho.
Mount?
You say Mason Mount? Oh my God.
A Ballon d'Or?
He's a talented kid.
I don't know about
his
I
English
pretend
as
I'm
well.
not, I don't know about this at all. I pretend I did not know about this at all. I pretend this movie would never happen.
I was confused. I was confused for a second. I was thinking, wait, is he talking about Haaland? Did I hear that right? Moutinho. Listen, Mount's a good player, but when you say he's English as well,
Neeks,
that might play against him.
Tell me someone with the hard work that he does. The work ethic he has.
Dan James works as hard as
Ooh, that's another contender, to be honest. Another contender.
You might as well say Mason Greenwood, though, to be fair.
Mason Greenwood will win a Ballon d'Or.
But on a serious note,
Hassan's a Chelsea fan, bro. Hassan, you turned coat, bro. You turned coat. You betrayed PSG, bro. You betrayed them.
To be fair, on that mound when the Ballon d'Or thing, I am not involved in that.
You are. I'm attributing that
bro.
quote
I don't know
to
what you're on about. You paid him to say it. You paid him to say it.
To be fair, it wasn't me who started that one, but it was another guy. But I'm not gonna mention who that name is.
Listen, guys. I want to get quick. Go on, Karen.
Just one thing before we.
That's not me. If you think I'm saying about mom winning Ballon d'Or. That's not me, by the way. I've never said that ever.
Go
in my
on, go
life.
on, Ahmad, go on.
No, my
You
question
know what
is,
I'm talking about,
Father, please.
no, my question is just, who do you guys think will win the Ballon d'Or? Because Lewandowski, he's out of the Champions League. I don't think he will do anything in the Euros. Mbappe hasn't been as consistent as a Neymar. Neymar is brilliant each game he plays, and he's probably
Is there
better
a
than
Copa
Mbappe.
America this year?
Yeah, it's a Copa America. But Mbappe has more iconic moments than Neymar this season because he scored a hat trick, 2 at Bayern. So I think it will be between Neymar and Mbappe this year.
Someone say Bruno Fernandes.
No, listen,
bro.
no.
Forget
Listen
Bruno.
very
Jesse
carefully.
Lingard.
No. Let's
Jesse
be
Lingard
honest. Let's be
is
honest.
getting it.
The international competitions are going to play a massive part. Now, let's keep it. Let's talk about. If you look at Messi, the only way Messi wins it, because Messi can win it just for being Messi. So the only way Messi wins it is if Barcelona win La Liga, which is a possibility, and Argentina win Copa America. If he
Is
does
Copa
both,
America will take place in the summer, though.
There's a Copa America. There's a Copa America.
In this summer, after the Euros, basically.
Yeah.
So if Messi wins both of those, then, and that's hosted in Argentina and Colombia. If Messi wins both of those, then he's in the shout because he's Messi, and now he's got the trophies for the season as well. For Ronaldo to win it, then we know they're not winning Serie A, but he would have to be a leading. He might not have to be player of the tournament, but he has to be the driving force between Portugal winning the Euros. If he does that,
it would be disgusting if he's in the top.
Well,
three.
that's the only way he's in it is if he does that. If he does that, he's in with a shout. And Portugal are one of the favorites. For Bruno Fernandes to win it, he would have to be integral in Portugal winning the Euros and win the Europa League with Man United. He has to do both. If he only does one, he's not winning it.
And continue to break records for Man United.
Yeah.
Neeks,
I
think
think
you're forgetting about playing, man.
About who?
You're forgetting about playing, Neeks. Jesse Lingard, man. If England win the Euros, he gets a spot. If England win the Euros somehow, somewhere, Jesse's
Man said.
I can't guarantee England win the Euros. Honestly,
Pepe might win it ahead of Jesse. No, but he kicked himself. Good. No, Joshua goes, Bruno, come on, Neeks, that's stupid. It's not, because Bruno's in with a good shot of winning the PFA Player of the Year. So if he wins
But he
PFA
needs
Player
to
of
be
the
in the
Year,
CL. He needs to be in the CL.
yeah, but he will be in the CL next season, so the group stages. But if he wins the Euros, remember when it's a tournament year, Modric won it. I know they won the Champions League in the. No, they didn't win
He
the
won the
Champions League.
Champions League.
No, they didn't. No. Oh no, they did.
Yeah, he did. 2018.
2018, of course. Yeah, he did. But he was the best player in the World Cup that year. So I just feel, yes, okay, he might have to be in the Champions League, but if he wins the Europa League and the Euros, he's in with a shout. I'm not saying he's going to win it, but he's in with a shout because he could win the PFA Player of the Year. And if he wins the PFA Player of the Year, that means you're the best player in England that year. So if you're the best player in England, you've got a chance of being one of the best players in Europe. I'm not saying you're the best, but you've got a chance.
Yeah.
But yes, you've got De Bruyne. If Man City win the quadruple and Belgium, I don't think they're going to win the Euros, but they might get to a quarters or a semi and he does well, then he's in with a shout as well. Because De Bruyne's had I think he's had a pretty good 2021. First half of the season was a bit anonymous. 2021, he's been good. Mbappe and Neymar. Now, I think that's the most obvious because France have a good chance of winning Euros and Brazil have a good chance of winning Copa America, and both of them have a good chance of winning Champions League. I think for them, a Champions League win's enough. They don't have to win the international competition to be in the shout. I think if they win the Champions League, and if it's between those two, I think it's whoever has the better final. So whoever's a standout player in the final, if they get there, I think that player would be probably favourite to win it. Go on,
do you think Pogba would have a shout? if Man United were to win,
the Euros and France were to win the.
yeah, but and he played a massive role in it, and he was really, you know,
It depends
World Cup.
it depends if PSG win. If PSG win the Champions League, Mbappe would be above him because just for the fact that he's in that France side and he would have won the Champions League and the Euros, I think he would be above him.
That's fair enough.
But it's the Ballon d'Or. It's France football who do the vote as well as some of the captains of international. So the French players are probably going to get a bit more of a bias. That's why they cancelled it last season, because the league was cancelled for the year, which I think is an absolute disgrace. Absolute disgrace, because Lewandowski, yeah, he won the World Player of the Year, fair enough, cool. But he didn't get the Ballon d'Or, and he was robbed, absolutely robbed of that. So it'll be interesting. Quick, go around the panel in terms of semi-finals. Who do we think is going through? Start with both of the semi-finals. Who's going to be in the final? Just give me two names.
I think for us to be in the final, it's a slim chance, but you never know with Chelsea. Never know, they might turn up on that day. But still, I'm going to go back my team, Chelsea, to be in that final. And I would think it would be I think PSG might go to the final, and that encounter between Chelsea and PSG, and within the history between Tuchel and the PSG itself, and Tuchel knows what goes behind the scene in that PSG camp. So I will not be surprised if my prediction was right. So I'll go with Chelsea and PSG in the final.
Ahmad, final.
I think Real Madrid will win pretty comfortably, and I think the City and PSG game will be very entertaining, very close. I think we will edge it just because of the mentality. I think we have it in this squad right now.
Indiana.
I agree. I think Real Madrid have got it. I think Real Madrid win it. Chelsea. It's such a shame because I'd like to have seen Chelsea Real Madrid in the final. Just because
Chelsea Real Madrid are playing the semis.
I know, but I would have liked to have seen them in the final. Just because all the Chelsea fans would have got really gassed and then beat in the final, and that's more exciting for me. But I think Real Madrid take it. It'd be Real Madrid, PSG in the final.
Sal?
I'm going to do something different. I'm going to say all English finals, Chelsea versus City.
Oh, it's English finals. Interesting.
All English final. Yes, it's very possible.
All English.
It's very possible. I mean, I would hate it. Because I don't want any English side to do well in any competition. Full stop.
Come on, Neeks. You can go to that Europa League final with Arsenal anyway.
Arsenal will be lucky to
final,
get through
man.
tomorrow.
I don't know what you're saying. It's a bigger final this year. Man United Arsenal. It's going to be a bigger final.
I mean, it would be a bigger final on Twitter.
It's going to be the Twitter final. No,
you know what?
Social media derby.
I wonder if Man United Arsenal, it couldn't be. There's no way. But if Man United Arsenal in the Europa League could get more views than City versus Chelsea in the Champions League.
Yeah, they would.
I don't think so.
I agree with that. I don't think so because it's a Champions League.
In this country, they would. In England,
in this country, they would. I agree with that. But across the world, I think the Champions League will still get the bigger views.
Mm-hmm.
But it's gonna be. I think that would be the closest that a Europa League final and a Champions League final would have been. Man United and Arsenal are bigger clubs than Chelsea and City, which is unbelievable when you think two of them are in the bloody Europa League and the other two in the Champions League.
Yes,
Neeks. The Europa League is a better competition, man.
I agree.
And the point you need to lie to yourself.
Wait, so when you get knocked out of Slavia Prague, are you still going to say it's the better competition?
Huh? No. You know what? Slavia Prague would win the Champions League. So I would lie to myself.
My prediction, My
I'm joking,
prediction
but
is
you need to like yourself sometimes,
Wait,
Make
don't
yourself feel
don't you
better.
think it can be it's like a deja vu back in 2019 where we had that all English European finals though. Don't you
yeah,
don't you think
Nah,
it
man.
want to look like that though?
possibly.
Nah, I'm not worried. I'm not worried. Man United, we got something. Man United lately, we've been having a good record against Man United, so I'm not as worried as Chelsea. Like
You're not
Chelsea,
even
we
you're
never had
not,
a good
bro. You're
record
not
against you
getting to the
guys.
final, so forget it. You're not getting to the final, unfortunately.
If we do, I'm not worried. Like I'm more worried about Slavia Prague.
You should be, because that's where your competition ends.
If
That's where
you
your
don't
season
win
ends.
tomorrow, you're out.
Bro, we winning, man. Don't worry, we're winning, man. We're winning. We paid the
Your
referee.
season
I
is
hope you do.
Oh
over
my
tomorrow.
We're
god!
But
winning. We're
listen,
winning.
guys, listen. My prediction for the semi-final, I would go. Maybe this is a bit more hope than anything, but I'm going with it anyway. PSG, Real Madrid, and then I can just rest and enjoy the final, because if an English team gets there, I'm gonna just be nervous that the English team might win. Because if Chelsea win this Champions League, they're only one behind us. The only one behind us, and that's
Yeah.
disgraceful. That's
And
disgraceful.
worse than that, Neeks. If Man City do a
Oh,
double,
I don't want to think about it. Don't even want to think about it. Guys, hit the like button, subscribe to the channel. I'll see you soon.